Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. My name is Muhammad FAEQ and we are from Group D. We are present to you about our product which is Pil Lajak Kurih Type D. Recently, our group consists of me, ADLAN ANUAR, ALIF ISMATH and AZLAN AZIM. Lajak Kurih is a health supplement diet tablet that produced by a Lajak Kurih company. This company produces at least 15 types of Lajak Kurih tablet with different health properties. There are 200 types of 200 sample observation taken at random which are weight, relative density, and tensile strength. From 3 production shifts run daily, namely morning, evening, and night in December 2021. Our tablet types is Pil Lajak Kurih Type D. So for the question A, first, we separate the categories into 3 shift which is morning, evening, and night from the 200 sample. And from this data, we can see that night shift has a highest shift. So after that, we can summarize the data by using a numerical form. As you can see, here we can summarize based on weight, relative density, and tensile strength. From the data, we can calculate the sum, the average, the standard deviation, and the variance. After that, we can analyze the data sample into the tabular form. This tabular form, which is easier for us to obtain the frequency in each category. After that, we can apply this tabular form into a graphical form. So we can provide some visual of the data that can help us quickly and completely describing the data. First, at the weight bar chart, we can observe that the pair which higher is between 340 until 350 milligram, which is 59. Next is the higher frequency of the relative density is between 86 until 88%, which is 69. Lastly, the pair of the tensile strength in range of 7.2 until 7.4, which is 71. Right now, I will let Adlan Anwar to present the next question. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Adlan bin Anwar. I am from Group D. So I will be answering the question B. The Food and Drug Administration (FDA) authority requires that weight of standard tablet produced by manufacturers should be normally distributed with 350 mg with standard deviation of 14 mg. Present the required analysis and comment on whether there is significant evidence that Lajak Laku tablet produced regardless of shift in December 2021 to follow this distribution. So from the data in Excel given, the minimum weight is 315.7 and then the maximum is 380.68. So for this question, I divide my task into several steps. So for the first step is hypothesis statement. H0 is the weight of standard tablet follow the normal distribution of 350 mg with standard deviation of 14 mg. H1 is the weight of standard tablet does not follow the normal distribution of 350 mg with standard deviation of 14 mg. The next step is test statistic. For this step, I do the frequency table based on the data in Excel. So the first one is class limit, start with 210 and the last is 290, and then this is the upper limit and the last one is the frequency. So the total of frequency is 200. So this is the end value. So next I perform the goodness of fit test. Probability pi in terms of z. How do I get this value? Negative 2.86. I use this formula, x minus 350 divided by 14. X is the class limit 310. 310 minus 350 divided by 14. So I will get negative 2.86. And then the pi is referred to the statistical table. So I will get the answer is the 0.0021. So the OI is the frequency, which is this value. So I just take this frequency and put here. And then the EI is equal to N multiply PI. N is 200. 200 multiply 0.0021. So the answer is 0.42. And then the OI is much greater than 5. So I'm just adding 0 at 2 at 15. So the answer is 17. Same with the EI, must also greater than 5. So I'm just adding 0.42, 2.82, and then 12.04. So the answer is 15.28. So the last is the goodness of fit test formula. OI minus EI power of 2 divided by EI. OI is 17 minus 15.28 power of 2 and then divide by 15.28. So the answer is 0.1936. So for the rest is same. Just use the same calculation that I'm explained just now. So after that we add all the value that we get for the goodness of fit test using the formula. So this is the answer that we get, 2.9955. So the next step is step 4, rejection rule or decision rule. So we compare the goodness of fit test value with x power of 2 alpha b. After that we make a conclusion. So the formula of v is k minus p minus 1, where k is the number of the OI, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 minus of p, p is value of p is 0 because based on question produced by mean distribution and standard deviation, and then minus by 1. 6 minus 0 minus 1, so the answer is 5. The value of A alpha is static, which is 0.05, and then the value of V is 5. Then we refer to statistical table, so we will get 11.0705. So the last step is do the conclusion. 2.9955 is the goodness of fit test, is lesser than 11.0705, which is x power of 2 alpha v. So we fail to reject the h naught. In conclusion, alpha equals 0.05 or 5% level of significance. There is significant evidence that weight of standard tablet Lajak laku tablet produced in December 2021 follow the normal distribution, which mean 350 mg and standard deviation of 14 mg. That's all for question B. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azlan and I will be covering for our part C. So for part C, the question is comment on whether there is any significance difference between the tablet weights from the different shifts. So for our hypothesis statements, for H0, there is no difference of tablets between the 3 shifts, and for H1, there is a difference of tablet weights between the 3 shifts. So here I have tabulated the ANUAR data analysis for single factor. For the summary of data, we have the morning, we have 62 counts of data. For the evening, we have 64, and the night, we have 74, so totaling to 200. So for our ANUAR data analysis, the SS is the sum squared, the DF is the degree of freedom, our MS is our mean of squared, and our F is our calculated F or our F test. So our F test is 1.4515, our F critical is 3.0418. This is important because for our decision rule, we will be rejecting H0 if F test is more than F critical. But since F test is less than F critical, we have failed to reject H0, therefore we accept H0. So in conclusion, there is no significant difference between the weights of the three shifts at significance level of 0.05. That is all for question C. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Muhammad ALIF and I will continue the presentation to explain the part D. For equation D, we will discuss about the table hardness that can be explained by two variables: relative density and tensile strength. Relative density is independent variable, while tensile strength is dependent variable. We get this result, and the estimated intercept is 0.232577086, and the relative density is 0.78576799. And also we get the biggest equation, which is this: y equal to 0.2325777086 plus 0.078576799x. So the x is represent relative density. From the question, we get the relative density is 68, 74.3, and 80.1. And we sub the x value, which is the relative density, and we into the x, and we get the result. So the result for the 68 is 5.59. Y is equal to 5.59, and the second one is y equal to 6.07, and the last one is 6.53. From the result, we get the correlative coefficient. The value is 0.844420,398, and since R value is close to 1, the unity, it has a strong positive linear relationship between relative density and tensile stress. And then we get the multiple R is 88.88%, which shows that there is a correlation and acceptable fit. From this data, we can check the confidence interval for the relative density. The 95% of the confidence interval is 0.071590936, and then the upper 95% is 0.085562662. By using hypothesis test, we can get significant of regression where relative density is differ from 0. The F test approach H0 is relative density equal to 0, and H1 is relative beta not equal to 0. We will reach H0 if value of significant F less than alpha. In this table, the alpha is 0.05. We can see the significant F is 1.41, E negative 55, where we compare the significant F and alpha, we can see the significant F smaller than alpha, so that H naught will be rejected. So this will be conclude that the data provide a strong evidence that linear significantly exists between X and Y. And next, we will see normal probability plot. This is the normal probability plot. And then the next one is the plot one. And the last one is of tensile strength versus density relative density. And that's all for me. From me. Thank you.